Welcome to my channel. When you think of ancient Sparta, what comes to mind? For many, it's the legendary warriors known as the 300, who fought against overwhelming odds at the Battle of Thermopylae. But have you ever wondered what it took to become one of those elite soldiers? What kind of training did they undergo? What values and beliefs shaped their way of life? Let's find out. Imagine yourself as a boy of 7 years old, living in ancient Sparta. At this age, childhood, as most would know it, came to an end. A boy was taken from his family home, from his mother's care, and placed under the authority of the state. This was the beginning of the Agoge, the rigorous training system that defined Spartan life. The Agoge was not a school of letters or music. Though these things were taught sparingly, it was above all a school of endurance. From the moment a boy entered, he belonged less to his family and more to the collective. He slept in dormitories with others his age, lying not on soft bedding but on reeds he had cut himself from the riverbank. In winter, the cold seeped into the cracks of the walls. In summer, heat pressed heavily upon the room. The boys were naked except for a red cloak. When they were cold, they huddled together for warmth. At 12, they were given a red cloak, but this was as much for modesty's sake as for warmth. They were encouraged to share their meager blankets with their friends. The result was that no Spartan boy grew up selfish or self-indulgent. Theirs was a life of simplicity and service, of sweat and self-discipline. By the age of 20, Spartan boys had become men, but they were far from independent. They were still under the control of the state and expected to serve in the military. For the next 10 years, their lives were regimented and rigid. They drilled constantly, not just in war tactics, but in every aspect of their existence. Their food, their clothing, their very thoughts were controlled. They were taught to put the needs of the state above all else, and they learned to endure hardship without complaint. But it wasn't all about obedience and conformity. Spartan youths were also encouraged to excel in their chosen field. If a man showed aptitude for music or poetry, he could be excused from some of his duties to pursue these arts. But even then, he would still be expected to perform his share of military service. In the next episode, we'll explore the world of the elite Spartan warriors, the 300. How did they become the legends we know today? What battles did they fight, and why do they continue to fascinate us even now? Don't miss it.